Bum bum bum. Sometimes you just allow the theme song, man. Just to roll on and on. This is the TBS. This is the TBS. The True Breakfast Show. Monday morning. Good morning. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show on 96.1. The heart and soul of Liberia. 15 minutes up to 8 o'clock. When you wake up in the morning, say, God, thank you. It's got to be God. The love of liberty matters here. Let justice be done to all. And not some of all of us. Oh my God. With less than 24 hours to our runoff elections. Good morning to the two faces. After all of the political campaigns, it's about time we make the decision after campaigning. Liberians make the decision. That's what campaigning on last night. Good morning, Nimba. Good morning, Lofa. Grand Judah, good morning. Mangibi, Maryland, good morning. Sino, Grand Crew County, Mangibi, good morning. Bapolo, Kidbound. River says, River G. Montserrat, good morning. This is the TBS. My name is O'Neal. This is O'Neal Roberts Marka Davis. Yes. Good morning. Yes, welcome again. Great to see you back. Yes, how you doing?
Yes, good morning.
Let me edit you a little bit.
Yes, good morning, and it's great
Don't
to
don't
be back.
don't be scary, like they don't say Zanzangawa.
I think what I said.
Yeah, Zanzan should test that stick with Dilo. Let's see something. Yeah.
Yes, but it's great to be here. Of course, I'm under the weather, as you can hear the sound of my voice.
Okay.
But it's good to be here to do the work of our people. Good morning to all of our people following us this morning on the show. Today is the eve of the runoff presidential election, and we can only caution or encourage our compatriots, our fellow countrymen, to do the same that it did on the 10th of October. It is great for us to be here, and the most important thing in these elections is the peace of our country, and that's what we've been preaching from the onset of the electoral process almost 2 years ago. Because 2022, this was the same message we were sending across. 2023, this is the same message we continue to send across to our people in Liberia. We try to make them understand that the election is an event. It will come and go. And after the election, we will still be the same neighbors, living in the same neighborhoods. We'll be in the same community. We'll be in the same places of worship. We'll practice football on the same football pitch.
Yeah.
So there is no need to be too bitter about the election, to the extent where your friends and neighbors will become your enemies. Yeah. So again, we've come this morning to tell our people that everything we do in these elections should be done for the greater interest of the country, not the interest of a particular politician or candidate. So yes, it's great to be here this morning to my wonderful people of Nemba County. Good morning to all of you, to the people of Grand Bassa. And Bikena is one of the cities that I love in Liberia. Yeah, so I love to say good morning to the people of Albezon. It's great for us to be here again to serve you breakfast. Margibi is almost like a second
home to you.
Yeah, I'm always going to Margibi.
Okay.
Yes, because of my proximity to Augustine Sir. Yeah. So folks, good morning to all of you.
Something is happening. Yes, Cyprian and I going back and back.
Okay.
Instead of Truth FM coming through, another network is coming through the other end.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It should be a hiking.
Wow.
Yes. Anyway. Yes.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
So I'll continue to seek updates from Cyprian on that. Let's see if it change in a couple of minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, good morning. We should hold the folks hostage.
Mhm.
Yes, Vida Final Battle. I guess you have seen that movie. Tomorrow is Vida Final Battle. Yes. After all of the campaigns, thanks so much. Librarians, thank you so much. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for coming up with your candidate. Those who buy into it, now, today, tomorrow, no more campaign. Enough is enough. We will make the decision for George Weah and Joseph Boyka. Librarians going to make what? The decision. The two political parties, none of you have votes keeping in a basket. No one have won the elections until tomorrow. So the best thing you can do, all your sportsman chat rooms you're in, encourage your people to go vote. Encourage them to go out and vote on tomorrow. The one elections commission will announce what that's how we'll bring the Liberian people. To our international partners, we want to say welcome. I remember when Nigeria was going through, the neck boss and others went to Nigeria to monitor the process. They went to Sierra Leone. So we have to make our international partners feel comfortable here. Those who are observing our elections, you're not the one going to vote. The decision will not be tripped. If Liberian people vote this way, that's how it will be. Okay, Cyprian, thank you. Yeah, he says okay now. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, after Butler picking your way.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, we are across
yeah.
Nimba.
Yeah. Well, station go hack through and go through our nowhere.
We are across Nimba, parts of Grand Jide, River Says, and many southeastern counties.
We should hear Cyprian voice more.
Through True FM Nimba. I can assure you that O'Neal, the TBS is one of the popular radio programs in Nimba. People from there will call and tell you. I was shocked. You can't know what you are doing until when you start to get feedback from people. I didn't know that the live feed we do here, people follow and know. The day you enter any part of Nimba, people want to you directly and call your name. They haven't interacted with you before, but just from this show, people know you.
Scary dude.
Yeah, and
interestingly, I practiced Red Day of Horse yesterday.
Oh yes.
So the guys that walk up to me, he said, "Well, milk creator."
Well, I actually still long inside yesterday.
While you're praying, you're praying for money or JMB.
If I was praying, then I was praying.
That's more Pentecostal prayer.
I was praying for myself. I was praying for my family, and I was praying for a peaceful election.
Okay.
Yeah. I was praying for a peaceful election. Yeah. Just before we can do the lineup, yes, as part of our introductory remarks, let me call on the election workers. O'Neal know them by rank. I think they have electoral supervisor. They have the pool controller.
Yes,
the queue controller,
presiding officer.
Yeah, presiding officer, and all of you who are working in these elections. Let me let you know, the 7 commissioners. There are 7, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The 7 commissioners will not be everywhere across the country. You are the ambassadors and representation of the Board of Commissioners of the National Elections Commission and the entire election management team. The peace of the country, the credibility of these elections lies on your shoulders. Because you know what? You are the one with your hands on the ballot. We want to tell you for once to help your country. Temporary staff, election management team, all of you who are directly involved with this election, we want you to, for once, make your country proud. It will be a good example if we go to the runoff and the numbers are announced and people pick phones and say congratulations, the process was fair, and the country will be stable and peaceful. No matter who wins the election, Liberians, we will still be Liberians.
Sure.
To give you that opportunity to serve your country in this kind of critical time, it's time for you to prove your worth or your worth as a patriotic citizen. So we are calling on you, the election workers, this morning, with the temporary staff, permanent staff of the Electoral Commission, to take the full responsibility of ensuring that the runoff election is free, fair, transparent, and credible. Like I said, the 7 commissioners will not be all across the country. You know it's not possible. You are the representation of the commission. You have your hands on the ballots. Okay. You must be fair and credible to the process.
Yes, great, folks. This is the Breakfast Show, and of course, right after Health Tip with David Kuti, I will recap this the should I say a prepared statement from the U.S. Embassy
Okay.
through Anthony Blinken, Secretary of State.
Yeah.
I will read them. On Thursday we had the Secretary of Affairs of the U.S. Embassy, Catherine Rodriguez, was our guest here on Thursday, and I'm going to read this. It's important for Liberians.
Yeah. So
Yes.
just before you do that, let me
Yeah.
give
No,
the
you're after difficulty do of
okay.
the health tip.
We want to slow, small, maybe expecting, and then
Okay, that's true. That's true.
do the
Yeah.
lineup.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, let's
The
do
John Security name pop up here again. John Security.
yeah, and I think they are included in that statement. You have got to, oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
John Security. Some of them have not received that money since the first election.
Wow,
Damn it.
wow, wow.
Anyway, let go. Let
Well,
go. Let
it's
go.
Monday, November 13.
Let me tease them, or maybe they'll do something before you have me. The
Mm,
John Security, before Margot do the lineup,
mm,
the John Security, since the first October 10 election, they have not received that per dams. Those who
wow,
went all across, in the
wow,
majority, they have not received that per dam. He wanted to go tomorrow. Anyway,
wow.
yeah, maybe something will be done.
Well, so yes, like I said, today is Monday, November 13, the eve of the runoff presidential election, and coming up, talking point to our studio chat this morning. Actually, we will take the health tips with David Coty for 5 minutes on the show this morning, as usual. I think that that segment is making sense to a lot of people. We receive feedback from some of the listeners. 8:15 to 8:30 this morning, we will open the phone lines for 15 minutes only for people to talk about peace because that's what we did the first round of election on the eve. We gave you the opportunity. Let's talk about peace. Let's send our peace message to our fellow countrymen across the country. Yes, so again, at 8:30 to 9, we hope we can get what's coming up there.
Yes.
9, we bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials here this morning. 9:25 to 10, District 12 Representative Candidate Professor Richmond Anderson will be here this morning as our last guest for the show today. Yes, so we'll talk a lot about the past election. The runoff.
He have a serious dissatisfaction.
Yes.
There was a ruling in his district, District 12, according to Professor Anderson. He another his lawyer was part of the hearing, and
Okay.
final ruling was done in their absence.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he will talk about that and going towards the elections tomorrow, his message to the people of District 12 and Liberia at large. So, in the midst of our country first, it is great to be here this morning to serve you breakfast. This is the TBS and Truth 96.1 FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins.
Yes, thank you so much, and Cyprian, thank you, John Thomas, the guys listening, Nimba. Yeah, true now online now. I'm getting text messages coming up. But let's bring health tip with David Ernest Coty. David Coty can call us right now, and let's do our 5-minute regular health tip. Oh, I took it the wrong one. Yeah, I'll put it back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Let's have health tip with David Ernest Coty for 5 minutes this morning. Yes, good morning.
Good morning, O'Neal, and good morning to my good friend and brother Baka. And I want to thank you for the opportunity. Today, I'm not going to talk about a particular issue like I have always done. I'm just going to remind the public about some of the things that we have done. For example, I will start with the eye. I have told you from time to time, my business here every morning is not to pretend to be a doctor, but to create awareness and to encourage you to go to the hospital. Now, let me touch your eye a little bit. I have told you before that the body pressure is different from the eye pressure. The body pressure, as we all know, is 120 over 80. But as you get older, it would be 135, sometimes over 90, and so on, based on your age. But the eye pressure is always, it's always between 9 and 21. That's the eye pressure. But when it goes above that, then it is called glaucoma. And glaucoma means high pressure in the eye. And if it's not taken care of sooner, by you going to a doctor, an eye doctor, to check you, that glaucoma will destroy what we call the optic nerve in the back of the eye. In the back of the eye is where you have the optic nerve that connects the brain to your seeing ability. So please go to the hospital. Like in my case, for the past 5 years, I have been taking my eye drops because I'm a glaucoma patient. And this is something I do every day. You cannot escape one day. That shows you how important the eye is, and you must take care of it. So every morning I take my zero point 0.5 Tylenol, one drop here, one drop here, and in the evening I take my Travelpost. So please do the same thing. And if you are a diabetic patient, if you have diabetes, you need to also check the eye center quickly because diabetes makes you blind. It goes through the eye and make you blind. Thank you. Let me go back to water drinking again. I've told you before that you need to drink water every morning because your body is made of 60% water. 60% water. And you need to maintain the 60% always. Oh, yeah, you need to. So when you go to bed and sleep, you naturally lose water. So it is always important that you drink water in the morning. Like I told you, you don't need to brush your teeth before drinking. And don't just get up from bed and start drinking right away. You need to wait for 15 to 20 minutes for your body to get adjusted before you drink the water. And when you are drinking, take your time. Do it sip by sip. But if you just drink it in a galloping way, just grab the bag of water, whoop, 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 and just fill up your stomach, you will not get a health benefit. So it's always good to drink water in the morning, but in a small way, sip by sip. The next thing I want to talk about is so you men, those of you who are men above the age 40, please start checking your prostate. The prostate is in men and it's not in women. It's very important to every man. Once it, that
David,
possible. If you don't check it, a lot of things will happen. It may result to prostate cancer and other things. And to close up, please don't sit as a man once you pass the age 40. Don't sit for more than 2 hours without getting up to walk around. You need to do that because you're sitting directly on your prostate, it may cause trouble. So finally, please, early detection is the first and good medicine to your health. Early detection. Do not wait until they start to look for keke to charter to rush to the hospital. Don't wait until they start to look for taxi to charter to rush to the hospital. So go by yourself now to any good hospital, check your entire system. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, yes, thank you, David and Scotty.
help tip.
Health table.
David
Damn
Scotty.
it. Mr. David, a medical doctor. I said, no, there is not a medical doctor. Anyway, but I think he's getting popular day by day with this one every
Yeah,
morning.
and it is very important.
Hmm.
It's important because there are these little things people don't know and people need to know. So yeah, I appreciate him for his research and his presentation of the health tips to our people. Uh, like I said the last time, I have learned one of it. I always used to make myself a bit sick when I need to go urinate. I would say, "Oh, wait, let me
Let
finish
me,
what
let
I'm
me
doing."
let me finish one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and he said that is not good. So I think I've changed that habit now. So anytime anything spark, I run it straight.
The next government will make David consultant to the health ministry, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start pushing David in a position already. After the election, the next thing that happened in Maga, people will start to love it.
Oh yeah, people
Yeah,
will love it.
oh, love it. Yeah, love it can be easy.
People will love it, and other people will decide to take a break. Yes, either in country or out of country. They have to rest. Some of them for 6 months, some of them for 9 months, some of them for 10 months, some of them for 3 months, and after that they come back. Yeah, they will move again.
Oh, definitely, I want to take a break too.
You let them take a
Yeah,
break.
after the inauguration.
Take a break
Yeah,
from the radio.
yeah, like 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks break. You know, we had enough. We went through some tough times. We saw some things, and we read some text
You
messages.
said
Often.
maybe you take a break.
Yes, maybe I'll take a break for
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Yes, after the inauguration now.
Yeah, I understand.
Mhm.
Now January beginning talking
Yeah,
2024.
great. So again, we want to say welcome to the Breakfast Show 96.1 and Huddersfield of Liberia. Truth FM relaying us 96.9. When Cyprian plays a call to me, well, I'm hearing different network on our station. I said, well, how come? Yeah, this is not possible. He said, no, I'm hearing another show. Commercial has been played. And a lady is reading the news. I said, no, Johnson Batoma is on the news. Yes, but we've been able to restore that will run effectively.
Yeah.
Again, want to say thank you all to Liberians. Thank you so much. You're putting up your time to let the world know that we are going through this process. One person is going to win. This time around is no percentage. It's the higher odds. One is going to take the day. And at the end of the day, we'll call that person our president. Whether it's going to be George Weah or Joseph Boyka. Thanks for campaigning. Let's hope your message resonated well in the people's ears. Let's hope you also consider this, those who are able to take people from one location. I keep saying that thing every morning.
Yeah.
Yes. There are people who left from this city here and went other areas to register and they voted there. Let's hope as part of your campaign, you are able to reach out to the people to encourage them to go back on tomorrow to vote. Some of you listening to me this morning, watching us this morning, you left and went Banga. You went Grand Bassa. You went Grand Kidman, Bapolo, etc., etc.
Says Lofa.
Everywhere you went. And you voted there. The people you went with, some of them didn't make any election. They lost the election. So we're going to take you back to go and vote this general election. The two political parties, the Unity Party and the CDC, you start looking at this. It's a serious thing I'm talking about. I came across a guy who said, one of the candidates, I mean, he said almost 600 people left for another region in the country. And up to now, nobody called me. I said, but I belong to any party. He said, but nobody have called me here to endorse them. Look, my people willingly came and left from this area and they voted for me here. This is why I go high vote in this other part. And nobody has called me. It is on my own expense. I'm going to bring them back. You know, all of you encouraging people to go vote. Your campaign, but you're not able to reach out to these people.
It will affect the turnout.
So we know.
Yeah, it will affect the turnout.
The last one had 1,900,000.
We had about 78.8% turnout rate.
Yes, it will drop. The prediction, though, I'm predicting tomorrow, November 14 election, the number will reduce because of this thing we just make mention of. Those who are taking from one location to another location. And up to now, the political party have not been able to meet them in the majority. But every one of you are campaigning. It's good. You have campaigned well. So, Maka, let's read this out. On Thursday, it was a privilege to also have the U.S. Sachet Affairs.
Yeah.
Catherine Rodriguez. She made 2 great interviews on the same day. People can say the great United States of America.
Yeah.
Look, as soon it was 27 minutes after 8 o'clock, the guy came with the time immediately.
Mm-hmm.
The ambassador, I can say she's acting the ambassador now. She was already wrapping up. I said, that is time. In 2-3 minutes, she was at LBS too.
Yeah.
We'll learn. Our leaders should learn for you. Don't call for a meeting. Yet many people sitting 1 hour, 2 hours. You can't show up. So I want to read out, and this is for the 2 political parties, the CDC and the Unity Party. The CDC and the Unity Party. Lots of people have done your homework well. Yes. As prepared. Good morning to everyone across Liberia. I'll do one paragraph, Maka will come in back and forth. Yes, it's the ambassador.
Yeah.
The morning I woke up, I said, no, I gotta address the diplomat.
Yeah.
Yes, had a diplomat. A 2 party now. Imagine John Weah will call him morning. Joseph Boyka, they worrying. Remember that last moment? Wow. Yeah, but John Weah, Joseph Boyka, both of them will call them morning. They taking easy.
They don't know what to expect.
Yeah. Katumuna will come and say, JMB coming for breakfast. The person said, no, really yet. George, that Clara will come and say, money, what you want? He said, we'll get to you. Look, they play a region. No. Ain't easy. It's not easy. It's easy. There's a movie they call V the Final Battle. The 2, Boyka, John Weah. Yeah, we go and make a decision on tomorrow. Where the voting cards are almost 50 years, so we'll come look for it. We are going to make the decision on tomorrow. Who wins the election? But let's read this prepared statement from the U.S. Sachet Affairs, Catherine Rodriguez. and this is for Liberians. Let's keep the peace before we get the lines open up. So, yes. Good morning to everyone across Liberia. Last month, I spoke with you about Liberia's national elections and the importance of exercising your right to vote and do so freely, fairly, and peacefully. Today, in the Catch Roger Gaston, today, I want to congratulate the people of Liberia on the peaceful execution of elections on October 10th. Not only I have rare reports from observers and local organizations that recognize the bold participation of Liberians and a generally peaceful atmosphere at polling stations across the country. Across the country. Let's say across Monserrado. Across the country. But I saw this for myself. That's essentially affairs. When I went out to observe multiple polling stations in District 7. Okay, I expect her to go in District 7. That's what the U.S. Embassy, eh? The impressive high turnout of voters shows your determination and dedication to the future of your beloved country.
And she said next week you will have the opportunity to select your president and vice president for the next 6 years in the runoff election. More than ever, it's important to use your voice and your vote to make the right choice for you and your family's future. Continuing to talk to your friends and family about the future of your beloved Liberia. Think about what you want for this country in the next 6 years and into the future. Listen to what the candidates are offering.
Your vote, your right to vote is the most valuable tool of democracy offers for charting your family's destiny. Don't squander that very important right by not voting. In other countries, if you don't vote, they can fine you. It's a crime. So go and vote. Go vote and make your choice heard once again through what? The ballot box.
You want to continue with the next one?
In an effort to help Liberia keep the elections free, fair, and peaceful, the U.S. and members of the international community will be observing these elections at polling and tabulation centers. The United States Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, announced before the last round of election that there will be an imposed visa restrictions. That is, there will be an imposed visa restriction on anyone who undermines Liberia democratic process.
And she said for elections to be free and fair, they must be peaceful. That is why we must always condemn violence and stop the spread of rumors and disinformation. The best way to do that is by not amplifying hateful messages, not retweeting, reposting, or publishing on social media and other platforms what the perpetrators of violence say or do. Above all, reject calls for violence and remember that the best way to resolve your differences is peacefully through the ballot box. To ensure another peaceful run of elections, this one is important, we urge the government of Liberia to make sure the Joint Security Task Force is provided its full budget. This is needed to secure the safety of voters, polling staff, and the general public.
Joint Security will come back on this one. It said provide. I want to read out Joint Security one. So those who say they didn't receive that money yet. That the U.S. government.
It says, to ensure another peaceful run of elections, we urge the government of Liberia to make sure that the Joint Security Task Force is provided its full budget. This is needed to secure the safety of voters, polling staff, and the general public.
So to conclude, the United States continue to look to the National Elections Commission as the electoral authority and for the official results. This is what the U.S. government is saying. The United States continues to look to the National Elections Commission as the electoral authority and for the official results of the elections. It is important that people get that information from official sources. As your orders. I play the coming, I play on Congress, can always make people afraid. Right? As your orders and one of your closest international partners, we wish Liberia and all its citizens free, fair, and peaceful elections.
Again, as your oldest
Uh-huh.
and one of your closest
Mhm.
international partners.
Yeah. Like the money
That
aspect.
embassy.
You know, been putting billions of dollars in your country. So when we talk, don't disrespect it. Don't say, let Apple move on them.
You know, the United States government through the USAID is funding most of the observation missions to this election.
Yeah.
Yes, I think she mentioned that here the last time.
Hmm.
So put your mouth where your money is.
Mhm.
Is that what it said?
It's good.
Yes.
Put your mouth
Put
where
your
the
mouth where
money
your money is.
You have no fish to
Yeah.
fry in this
Don't
business.
count this.
No, they get fish to fry.
Oh, they have fish.
Yeah,
have fish
they,
to
they,
fry.
they don't tell you who to vote for,
No.
but they will monitor the process.
Yes. And they want you to do the right thing that will lead to a successful election.
Yeah.
That's why they are telling you give the full budget for the joint security. That call was very important, and that was what I used in my news headline, because to me it was important, because these are people who will safeguard the electoral process. If they decide to boycott, you don't know what can happen. So we want to again amplify the statement and message from the United States government through the Charge d'Affaires, Madam Catherine Rodriguez, to ensure that the security, the joint security, is satisfied to do their work.
Okay, so
Yes.
let's do some disclaimer here. There was circulation on the social media that the Army Chief of Staff, Major General, Brigadier General Prince Johnson, was under house arrest.
Yeah, I heard.
That information is dead upon arrival.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, you can be Chief of Staff. You talking? You heard the main title. So that information is
and
false.
and I think came up
Yes.
when
He was at a joint security
joint
meeting.
security meeting, which I followed very well.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was just mere propaganda, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was just mere propaganda. And some of these things are not good. Like we've told you before, even the campaign was announced for the first round. We told you that most of the people who are doing the podcast are not professional journalists. They are just propagandists. Some of them are just political commentators. So sometimes it is good to get your information from the mainstream media, you know, in the newspapers, on the television,
Too much radio or battery.
and the radio. So you see, somebody. In fact, that statement was very dangerous, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because,
you can say that.
Yeah, for you to say that the chief of staff, the army is being held hostage, under house arrest.
What?
I mean,
The Member Control Battalion.
That was threatening. That was very insightful, and we want to call on people with these kind of mentality to desist. Such an information has a propensity to incite violence. Not only violence, but chaos. Okay.
The army is just there, Marka, to protect the land, protect the constitution. That's why you see army men won't get involved in elections business. No.
The only time you will see the army coming out, and like the chief of staff said before, the only time you will see the army coming out to provide support to the police or other members of the joint security, because mind you, the army is also part of the joint security.
Yeah.
But they will only come out when there are issues that the police and other members of the joint security cannot handle. That's what the chief of staff said, and that's why it is. So nobody should try to incite people by giving out misinformation, disinformation, fake news to the Liberian people that has a propensity to cause problems in the country. So Liberians, keep calm. The best thing you can do for yourself tomorrow is to be peaceful, like you did on October 10. Go in the queues, exercise patience, cast a ballot, and go home and listen to updates coming from trusted media institutions in the country.
So again, as we speak about the joint security, you see, as we said on this platform 3 weeks ago, we've been asking about the pardons that were given.
Yeah.
And close to 15 or 20% of this joint security, they still have issues.
Okay.
So please, the head of the joint security is Liberian National Police. The police, some of the securities who have served during the October 10th, they are not getting that money. And tomorrow you wanted to go back, to go perform duty again. The men struggle to get the money on round one.
You know,
it's a sad thing. But the fact the Sachet Affairs will come make mention in her release statement about joint security. Yeah, man.
I've always said, not only the Liberia, but in Africa, the disrespect for people's labor is the cause of poverty across Africa. And Liberia is of no exception. Yes, the disrespect for people's labor.
Some people live for your grandchildren.
It's the
reason
why poverty is on a rise in Africa and Liberia. also. People work, you pay them simple. Even if it is little, pay them, they know how to plan their lives. So we want to tell the government, like the US Embassy said, I mean, make the budget available.
John Security.
Yeah, make the budget
John
available.
Security was captured.
Yeah. Give the
Was
money.
captured.
What are you waiting for?
You know, the election went up to 1 a.m. People was that some police center was still open.
Oh yeah.
These people have family, man.
And these people were out.
They was there.
They were out at the tallying centers, at the vote count. They were there.
People, man.
They slept there along with the observers and the net workers.
Okay, so the next thing we'll be doing now, we'll tell the internet, we'll just tag the US government. We'll say the John Security have an issue that money have not been paid. Yeah, I think so, because there's a budget for it.
Yeah.
There's a budget for it.
I don't know.
Reach out, get the people money.
I don't know why leaders love to hold on to what belongs to other people.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a real problem.
No. We just tag the international partner tomorrow morning as elections on tomorrow morning. Before we start the show, if payment is not done today, we yet tag the international partner. We say, look, bulk of the John Security are not getting the money from the first round.
Yes, we'll tag the European Union.
All of your things sending money, they get the money.
The AU, the United States, especially the United States.
United States.
Yes. So we'll let them.
And you see the link already there with us. Well, yeah. Marka tomorrow, yet tag the US government, will say the US Embassy.
We can lay your complaint directly.
Direct complaint. They want no second here.
Yeah.
They will say who took the money will know. Yeah. What I say, the people have worked since October 10, 1 month. 1 month have passed. Just stop that thing, man.
It's so bad, man. It's so bad.
So meanwhile, the National Elections Commission informed that we will resume the regular press briefing starting from today. This briefing will take place at the commission's headquarters on 9th Street. Yes, so and the regular briefing time is 4:30 p.m. Now, there are some media institutions who would like to carry this press briefing live because we did it for country, and there are some who say, well, Elections Commission are not saying all the commercials to us, and they're not paying our commercials money, so we can't carry this press briefing. After serious thing, I think that money business you have fundings for it. There are some institutions who will say, look, this press briefing from the Ebola Commission for NEC, we're not carrying it live. And it's important for Liberians to hear it.
Yeah. And it because
why must I waste our airtime?
It's because of your action. Some institutions like True FM here decided not to do.
You know how many people will be cut off?
It will be bad.
Yeah.
It will be bad because, like I said, True FM is across. I can say this for a fact that True FM is across the country.
Marka, hit the hammer on it.
Because from the red broadcast,
in
Monrovia here, we are in Grand Bassa, part of River Says, we're in Bonk. Then we are staying for Central Liberia and spread across the southeast. So this is one of the powerful. I normally don't say this, but I'm saying this from feedback.
Let's hit the hammer on the net. Next, the first round that media institutions have worked for you, the commercial, pay them. Pay the money flat blank, So when you call your press briefings and team will come with all of our cameras and relay you all of that.
And people are saying even some of the workers, the net workers, somebody else there behind.
Yeah, those who voluntarily, you don't want elections day, right? Those who were trained, somebody they didn't show up.
Yeah. The
ordinary people went and said, okay, let me work. So they took on information. Some of them are not getting paid. You know?
So this is important. When they say the election is fair, the election is free, the election is credible, transparent, these are all of the processes that lead to a successful, peaceful, and credible elections. Make sure people who are conducting these elections or guiding the process are not disenchanted. If you frustrate people, they will not perform.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if you frustrate people, people are disappointed, they will not perform. It's possible some of the joint security, because of your failure or your delay in disbursing their benefits.
Tomorrow we'll attack the U.S. Embassy. Look at this.
So you have to do
I don't want you to read this. Just look at this. But tomorrow we'll attack the U.S. Embassy. That the joint security in the first round of the election, the police officer telling the message. That the first round of the election, they're not getting the money.
So we want to call on the authorities of the Liberian National Police as head of the joint security. 100, 101, 102. Do the needful. Like I said earlier, laying the burden of peace and credible election on the shoulders of networkers. It is also on your shoulders to ensure that members of the joint security are satisfied to provide unhindered service during the elections.
But you don't get it confused. We're not pointing fingers what we know.
No,
But
but
maybe the bosses gave the instruction and then following up.
Yeah. So I'm calling that
So
name so they can
100,
follow up.
102,
Yes.
100, 102. If you're not following up,
Yeah.
in the majority, that orange number, that mobile money number, the people have not getting that money.
Mhm.
Tomorrow we
Exactly.
won't be here to attack the U.S. embassy and say, look, that they complain here.
And beginning this morning, you will have to start doing something about it, because obviously we will be left with no option but to continue to flag this to the attention of partners who are even supporting the country in this election.
Sure.
You know, some people from different countries are so concerned about Liberia and this election. And if I compare to some of you who are stakeholders in these elections,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. Anything that happened,
you know, this culture of disrespect for labor, I mean, is too entrenched.
So play with security, man.
Yeah,
Security,
it's too entrenched
play with
in the
security,
society.
man.
To the extent that when you have opportunity to even lead a group of people, whatever benefit, because you are head of the group, you will seize it, sit on it, and give other people peanuts. Yeah. It is bad.
They'll pay that man. Tomorrow morning we'll tag the US. We'll get direct link when we're speaking.
They'll pay
They go
they'll
straight.
pay the money, man.
Yeah.
They won't talk about the last time passing from one station to another to say that it was very important that the full budget of the national security or the joint security tax force be made available. She said it was critical. It was critical to ensuring that the election is free, fair. It was critical and crucial to ensuring that voters, polling staff, and members of the public are safe.
And this was,
she said that.
She said it.
Yes.
This is what's going to happen, Maka. If the money is not been paid by tomorrow, most of the polling center, you won't see security there.
Yeah.
Yes, this is what's going to happen. Librarians, you're listening to this, right? The money should be paid. The money was given. If the money is not paid, tomorrow voting at polling centers, the place will just be open.
When you know some institutions that can just press one button and everybody receive that thing. You and I know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Some private institutions just press one button, everybody get that thing. So what all these delays?
Yeah, press it in, man.
Yeah.
You press it in, let people get that money. So people get
You
full
want
five
me
children.
to give an example?
No, let me see.
Yeah, man.
I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Let's go to the two political parties. Yes. After talking on this morning part, we are here. One of the main reasons also Musa Hassan Bello to open this network. What happened in Kigali, Rwanda?
Yeah.
You know, when really Kigali was used to tear the country apart.
Exactly.
Upon this backdrop, Musa said, well, I think I should establish a media institution.
Yeah. And that desire was also accelerated by something that happened in 2004 in Red Light and other part of Monrovia here.
Yes. So we as media institution want to say thank you. Some of you trusted us and we have been consistent. We are not been 90% or 85%, but at least if you're grading us out there, you'll say, no, you guys have made your marks. Now, to the two political parties, no one have won the election until we go to the ballot box. I'm saying we already finished licking the thing or no time, you know. But none of you have won the elections. This election probably may be dramatic.
Yeah.
The way you're expecting the result to go is about time librarians make the decision.
The turnout is very important.
The turnout is important. One of the main reasons that the turnout is going to be low, again, I want to announce. Maybe you can do that all reaching out, not campaigning out, not mainly reaching out. The representative candidates who contested on various political party tickets, these people support us when and register in their districts, in their counties, to vote for them. With all of the major, you know, that's something I didn't really see throughout. You know, presidential candidate was moving from one camp. That was the talk of the day. But they were not the foot soldiers. The foot soldiers were the representative candidates.
Exactly.
The senatorial candidates. Exactly. These people, they had supporters who went along with them. And throughout your cross-pollination, one side to another side, some of these people still have issues. But then I know who I talk. I know where they are. I know how to go and bring them out and say, look, go vote for George Weah or go vote for Joseph Boyka. These people, look, a leader, some people want to speak that people follow it.
Yeah.
Look, gentlemen, I want you to vote. Just for democracy, but you can work somewhere in Africa here. If you fail to do so, the votes will be low. Someone left and went Grand Kidman County, Bapolo, Maryland, Grand Judah, Grand Bassa, and the person who told them they have lost the election. On whose expense? On whose expense? Going to take these people and go back to vote. Just take it. None of you have won an election, though. Just stop doing it. Particular whom I'm saying the two party, the Unity Party and the CDC. You was just running for the top heads. The presidential candidates, they were not the full soldiers. Those who contested on their tickets. Hey man, our book can say, look, Dow was one of the smarter politicians this country can ever boast. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Mhm.
This kind of thing I'm saying, I've been saying this almost five days now or weeks so. Ellen Johnson get this kind of information. Oh my God. Ellen get this kind of thing. She will start to turn around. What is gonna look? We don't take this serious. Look, whatever the result will come out, now what will be given to the Liberian people?
Exactly.
Those who contested on your party tickets, they still have control over their followers. You're not able to reach out to them. You're feeling the social media thing now. Let's get to the reality.
Exactly. So again, like we said, we normally do not encourage people during election to change their residence to go and vote somewhere else. However, you and I know that most of the people who were contesting in a Leeward counties, most of them are resident here. So it's obvious that once you are going there, your people who are supporters of you and you let to go with you, and also there were delivery trucking and all of that. So while it is not good for people to truck, this is what has happened already, and the numbers are waiting. So any attempt to leave them out, you mean you reduce the voters turnout.
Sure.
And it could affect either of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could affect either of you.
Yeah.
It's not good for any of you. So the best thing you could do was to take advantage of it. And some people will be grateful once you take the initiative to carry them back to SSR that write them out on Patreon on you and say, well, this is the person who gave us the opportunity to vote. So I think O'Neal have been saying this over and over.
And back at the reason we're bringing it up, some of these candidates have been engaging us. But man, why is it? I said, well, man, we're not part of political party. Why are you bringing it up? The guys are not calling us. They are not calling us. Yeah. They wouldn't look at the presidential head. What about we, the representative candidates? Yeah. They're not reaching out to us. Anyway, those who want to come out to go and vote, that's it.
That's it. Again, we want to call on the Liberian people. Listen, do not allow anything to discourage you from going to vote on tomorrow. Do not allow, again, let me repeat, do not allow anything to stop you from going to vote tomorrow. Don't allow somebody to tell you, say, don't go waste the time. Our election, we already know the winner. That is a lie.
No one has won it.
No one is a winner until Liberians go to the polls and vote. And the numbers come out and the number will speak. So nobody should tell you, oh, the first round, the queue was too long. We stayed long. People were hungry. So me and Ty are not going to. Don't try it. Like you heard in a statement from the U.S. Embassy that we read, it says the right to vote is a very important tool for democracy. You cannot overlook the right to vote. In other countries, you are forced to vote. If you don't vote, it causes issues for you.
Yeah.
So you have to take advantage of the process tomorrow. Go and make your voice heard. You go and make your voice heard. Be part of the decision making. Tomorrow, if it is positive for the country, you got a voice to speak. Say, yes, we did it. If it is negative, you can still take the blame. Let's go out and vote like we did on October 10. It is important. It is important. Because some people will say, oh, I lost interest. Yeah, when the election results are coming, then they won't be the first people to start complaining. Yeah, they'll be the first people to start complaining. Oh, that result looking so. But you said you were tired to go and vote. You have to form part of this election.
One is a number.
And vote. Vote your choice amongst the two candidates. Go, or between the two candidates, go and choose who you want to be the next president. You want to be team president? We are go and vote. You want to change him to former vice president Joseph Boakai? Go and vote. That's all you can do. It is a very important right that you should never waste. Some of you here left right business. Oh, you want to trample on my right? This is one of the most important rights. One of the most important rights that any citizen can have. And it is a proud to participate in your country's election. You see, footballers, some of them can be performing on clubs in other countries, but they are praying that, hey God, can my country call me one day to play for my national team? You understand? People are striving to have opportunity to contribute to their country. This is your time as a citizen to contribute to your country. Go and vote. Nothing should hold you back. Nothing should hold you back. Nobody should discourage you with any word. The election is not yet won. Nobody, like O'Neal will say, has a vote in basket that they will go open and count it separately. The votes that will be counted will be the votes of the Liberian people that you will cast on tomorrow.
Encourage your people, otherwise your votes will be small,
Yes.
get a rescue.
Yes.
Since on the part of votes will be small, the rescue.
Go. Encourage your people. Encourage people that are closer to you. If a friend has been telling you, oh, I'm tired, I'm made up, encourage them. Say, let's go. This is national duty. This is call to national duty. We must do it. We must do it. Let the election, let the person who will win, let the victory reflect the majority will of the Liberian people. We should not go to the runoff and see 50% turnout and see 49% turnout and see 60% turnout. No. Let us maintain, even if it is the 78, obviously it will drop small. You know it will drop small. Yeah, so let's try to maintain the 78 or 77, you know. Yeah, even if there are people who did not vote first round, I mean, you can go and the percentage increase. It is important that we do that. Like you heard in a statement, you are not only voting. Look, you are not only voting for George Weah, you are not only voting for Joseph Boakai. You are voting for the future of the country. Like the U.S. Embassy even placed it. You are voting for the future of your children and the future of the country. For the next 6 years, your vote will determine the course of the country.
So, Marka, as you go in, I'm enjoying you. I just came across something on the BBC. Today is a public holiday in Kenya.
Okay.
100 million trees are to be planted.
Okay. In Kenya.
In Kenya.
Okay.
They asked the army to carry on this instruction.
Okay. So everybody going to plant trees.
Everybody plant trees. Yes. In Kenya, you still be putting this country backward. In Kenya today is a national holiday. 1 million trees should be planted.
Exactly.
The army should make sure this enforced.
Yes, that's reforestation. So you see,
in next 4 or 5 years,
people cutting the forest, climate change, the impact of climate change is visible. People are planning for the future. People are planning for the future.
Yeah.
After 7 years, these trees will become forest.
Yes.
7 years, 8 years, they will be forest. They will be curtailing the storm. You know, they will be, you know, other environmental disaster. They will be curtailing them to save the environment. Other people are doing that. We need to exercise this right. Let us exercise this right to vote. It is very cardinal. It is crucial to our democracy. That's why we chose the type of government we chose.
So they have a long-range plan here. Normally, you know, when you plan, you have a medium range and a long-range plan. So the long-range plan says in 10 years' time, they need 15 billion trees in 10 years' time. Like Kenya. Kenya.
Yeah.
But the army is the one who implementing this.
Exactly.
The government acts it. I'm gonna make sure every homes, villages, everywhere across the country, 100 million trees should be planted. Damn it.
Yeah. So that's it. People are planning on other things to preserve the future. We cannot, like I always say, we cannot allow the election to divide us to the extent that we cannot collaborate to develop our country. You know, to the extent. Look, like I said before, there are Liberians in the private sector with huge expertise in various fields. Liberia should cultivate its best in every sector to develop the country. It should not be about political party anymore. It should not be about tribe anymore. It should not be about religion anymore. It should be about bringing together, reconciling the country, bringing together your very best, and compete with other countries. Compete with other countries. Other countries have commercial capital. They have administrative capital. Today, we still have this one congested Monrovia as the administrative and commercial capital of Liberia. Are we thinking big? Kenya is planting billions of trees. to prevent disasters in the future,
Yes.
to prevent earthquake, to prevent storms that will destroy homes and cause landslides. That's what they are doing. They are preventing it. That's a future plan. We should be planning for the future.
The entire country benefits.
The sea is encroaching on the capital city, Monrovia. You and I know. And other coastal cities in the country, right? What are we planning for the future? What a long term or short term? What are we planning? The sea is encroaching on West Point, on the city of Buchanan, other places. So we need to start to put our hearts together and make something happen for the country. Let's not be so obsessed about this political election thing. Everybody is a politician now. When you go to social media, even some of our colleagues, journalists, when they post, how can you be a journalist and you have made your side known across? Look, let me tell you, anything you write on social media as a journalist, they represent you as a journalist, not as just Marka Davis. No, not just as O'Neal Roberts. No. I see a lot of young people who are coming. Some of them are just practice for 3 years, just 2 years, and they are taking side. You see the post they are doing. I'm like, wow. So after these elections, what kind of balance can you give your reportage, for example? People already know. Yeah, we move, man. Yeah, we move, O'Neal.
Abbas, Mara and Clara.
It is so, because in fact it is a threat to our profession, O'Neal.
Yeah,
it's a threat to our profession.
Yeah. Anyway, it's easy. Look, the student I can look in the police and say. The whole police is they know they got professionals still in the police. We go to professionals still, no professional there. In the media too, the professionals are still there.
Yeah.
Yes, but ain't easy.
We stay managing.
We no go.
We stay managing. God there. Yeah, man. But again, the key, the takeaway is encourage all qualified Liberians. Encourage all qualified Liberian that is near you. Encourage every qualified Liberian that is near you to go and vote tomorrow.
Okay, so great. So we have difficulty, but they will have to hold on. As we're doing this broadcast, I just received this important message that the U.S. government, the U.S. Embassy, wants to have a few minutes on with us this morning via mobile phone.
Okay.
That's why I will say when we're talking.
Okay.
Those of us who have been independent throughout, our voice have been respected by the ordinary Liberians, by the majority, and by our international partners. So I want to announce to you this morning, we're going to pick up a call briefly from the U.S. Embassy as we go to our elections on tomorrow. Difficulty will join us right after the call.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
after the help that he's here.
Those of you predicting violence in this country, we want to rebuke you. We have problems everywhere in the world. Last week, Israel asked 1 million people to relocate. Can you imagine that?
From Gaza?
Yes, 1 million people Israel asked to relocate. I mean, problems everywhere in the world. So if we mess up the peace we're enjoying in this country, no one's going to sit down on a round table to sign no Akasumo peace accord, document or whatsoever it is. Let's go into the process. Make sure you have your pool washers. Your pool washers will be at polling places. Yes. So I'm going to have the public relations officer, the official spokesperson of the U.S. Embassy in Liberia, Sean Boda. Last week we have his boss on, Catherine Rodriguez. But this morning, the PR, the public relations officer, the mouthpiece of the U.S. Embassy, Sean Boda, I will take him this morning shortly on the True Breakfast Show as we go into our runoff election on tomorrow in the midst of all Marka.
Country first.
We can't tear this country down.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we have within live on the line this morning the public relations officer of the U.S. Embassy. Sean, good morning to you. Welcome to the TBS. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. O'Neal, great to hear from you.
How is the U.S. Embassy?
Yes, calling from the U.S. Embassy this morning.
Great. So our country goes to election in less than 24 hours. And a special message again you want to reaffirm from the great United States of America through your embassy to Liberians across the country.
Yes, and thank you again for this opportunity to talk to everyone out on the airwaves this morning. So tomorrow, Liberians will go to the polls to select Liberia's president for the next 6 years.
The U.S. Embassy is confident in Liberia's National Elections Commission's capacity to administer a free and fair election. During the first round of voting, NEC workers demonstrated extraordinary dedication, carrying voting materials across flooded rivers and counting ballots late into the night. The NEC has been preparing for this election for years with the technical support of many stakeholders, including the United States Agency for International Development, or USAID. Thousands of independent election observers, both international and domestic, will also participate in the democratic process. From the opening of polling stations on November 14th until the last vote is tallied, election observers will play a key role in ensuring a free and fair election. The U.S. Embassy is also confident that election observers will carry out their important responsibilities in an independent and unbiased manner, as they did during last week's first round election. We again applaud Liberians for their enthusiastic turnout for the October 7th election and encourage all Liberians to vote tomorrow in the presidential runoff. The future of the country is in your hands. You, the Liberian people, have the two most important, powerful tools in this electoral process: your voice and your vote. Make them count.
Yeah, so we understand the U.S. government through USAID is providing some kind of support to most of the other vision missions in the country. What can you say about deployment so far as election day is tomorrow?
Yes, well, election teams are out at the polls. People are ready to participate in the democratic process. And as I just stated, we have our full confidence in the NEC's ability to administer these elections.
Okay. So not to take much of your time short on full confidence, so meaning that Liberians should wait for the National Elections Commission to officially announce the results after voting.
That is absolutely correct. We urge everyone to always check their sources of information. And of course, for election results, the only source is the National Elections Commission. So it's very important for everyone to wait for the NEC to make their announcement on the election results.
Sean, thank you so much. We'll definitely be in touch as we go to elections on tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, O'Neal.
Okay, great. Yes, the voice of the spokesperson of the U.S. Embassy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
TPS.
that's it. So it is just a reaffirmation of the U.S. government's position on these elections, and also authenticating what we have been saying here since this morning. The most important thing for us is to turn out to vote, and we must be peaceful as we did on October 10. And again, like Sean just mentioned, we must, as a people, and Liberian people, let me tell you, do not listen to results people will be announcing on social media from what they call war rooms.
Okay.
Let us wait for the election, the results that comes from the National Elections Commission. I'm sure that this one, the announcement of results will not last too long, because considering that it is only for the presidency. You recall the last elections, they were doing counting for representatives, they were doing that for Senate, for senators. So this one is just presidency. So let us be patient, wait on the Electoral Commission to announce the official results. I know they will be doing it professionally. They will be bringing up day by day preliminary results, progressive preliminary results. So we must follow that. The good thing is that most of the media institutions in the country will always carry that press conference for the National Elections Commission. So that's the source that we should listen to. Let us stop celebrating when we see politicians posting on social media and telling you that our war room says. No, don't listen to that. Don't listen to what war room says. Listen to what the National Elections Commission say. You know, in the 2020 midterm election, there were some celebration, and the numbers that were coming from the war rooms were quite different from the actual votes that the people did, and that was announced by the Electoral Commission.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. Thanks to the U.S. government and all other partners, the European Union, ECOWAS, the African Union, and other partners for the support they've been giving to
All right.
Liberia through these elections. We tell you thank you so much for standing by us. And Liberians, it is now our responsibility to prove to the people that these supports that they are giving us will not go to waste.
Great. This is the TBS. We now go to waste. The breakfast show 96.1, 11 minutes up to 9 a.m. My name is O'Neal, and of course, I'm Marka Davis. David Ernest quoted upon my invitation and said, well, let's preach peace. No to any form of violence. Those of you watching on camera, look at him on the camera there. He's a very handsome man. He said, let's preach peace. Yes, just peace at the end of the day. No to violence. No to violence as we go to what? The ballot box on tomorrow. So there is a former lawmaker. I mean, it's an editor.
Yeah.
It's an editor in the land. Yeah, just stop calling, man. You're holding line. You're holding line. So we'll make sure we'll go into the process smoothly.
Yeah.
David, good morning. Welcome to the TBS.
Thank you, O'Neal, and good morning to my good friend and brother, Marka Davis.
Thank you.
How you doing this morning? I'm waking up early. Have to drive from all the way Broadville.
I drove here because of peace and because of the invitation.
Let me take you back a little bit. In 1997, we had elections. In 2005, in 2011, in 2017, in 2023. Let's go back a little bit as we spoke peace at the end of the day.
Okay. What do you want to know about?
So I want you to know, like, during these difficult times, all right, in 1997, we also rigged my role in the country, all right? The media played her own role at that time. We didn't have many media institutions at then, right? But 2023 is important. You just listen to the PR. The U.S. government is so concerned about keeping the peace. You as an elder in the land. I just want you to read a call and let's encourage Liberians. Let's go into the process and vote freely.
You know, I have been around for a long time. I'm 70 years old now. And like I normally say to people, I was 5 years old when I came to Monrovia in 1958. I saw Tubman, especially in 1964 when he came to break ground for the SDA school on Camp Johnson Road. I saw him face to face. I also saw Talbot when he came to dedicate the first floor of the SDA building on Camp Johnson Road there, where I was a teacher. I became a teacher there for many years. And then I saw Doe. As for that one, he was a football man. He was our man. I saw Talbot. I saw Tiller. Tiller was my big brother, Erling. But let me just say this to the Liberian people today. But first of all, let me thank you and Marka and all of the people who work here for the peace messages. You have represented your name for the past 18 years. Truth FM. You speak the truth. You don't side with anybody. This is why some of us said or have decided that if anybody tries to make you look ugly, we will come to your aid and defend you. Because we have observed that people don't really like good people in this country. They want you to be a Kigali type of radio station where you side with one group and just say all kinds of things to bring trouble. You're not like that. I'm not saying it because I'm sitting here. I'm not saying it because you allow me to do my tip on a show. I'm not getting any pay for that. I'm an old school teacher. When I came out of high school in 1975, I taught for 8 years, then went to ZRTT and graduated in 1983. So I love teaching. I love to help inform people. So you are not getting any benefit from me. I'm not getting any benefit from anywhere, but you allow me to do it. And I want to thank you very much. Now, in 1997, like I said before here, there were 13 political parties in Liberia. And interestingly, there were also 13 counties in Liberia. It was the 51st legislature that created Bapalu and River G, making it 15. Now, all of these years, we have seen small problems here and there. But after the 14 years of war, when we went to Ghana for this peace or something, you know, the U.S. embassy, let me touch your embassy quickly. Let me thank the embassy today for always being there for us. Like I said, when you heard the officer here the other day. Now, these people have always stood by us. They have taken the time to keep advising us. And the reason is very simple. They are our oldest traditional ally. And besides that, if they don't say anything now and there's problem in this country, those are the very people we're going to be running to again. You have heard about people rushing to gravestone every time.
asking the American people to come and do this, come and help us, war in the country, all the kind of thing. So they are concerned because they don't want to spend money anymore on just anything. The Americans want to spend money on things that will help the country, not on war. So if they don't say anything now and something happens, there will always be problem. When we were in Ghana in 2003, I remember, at the close of the program, we were told by the head of the mediation team, General Abubakar Abu Salami, that the international community has spent $10.5 billion on the Liberian Civil War. $10.5 billion at that time in 2003.
10.5 billion. Wow, a huge amount.
Billion. And after that, O'Neal came here and he stayed here for more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. So you can imagine how much more was spent on this country. Now, I'm advising all political parties today, the CDC, the Unity Party, and even the DPP, the Disgruntled People's Party, that group that is always there throwing stones at people.
A new party there.
They're always there. You don't know where they come from. Once you are gathering, Councillor Tiawon Gonglo was having a little peace march the other day. They went there throwing stones. University students were somewhere the other day. They went there throwing stones. I mean, you got to stop. Because if you don't stop, this warning I'm giving you, listen very carefully. If you don't stop, this place may turn into Somalia. I think Somalia has been fighting now for more than 30 years. Civil war, it is still on it. They have destroyed that country. We already don't have anything. This is the 21st century, and we are living in the 15th century. Don't let anybody fool you to go and disturb anything, to go to the polling centers to disturb people. Because the thing about this whole disturbance thing is that nobody will just fold his arm and watch you. No, it's not possible. That old Bible principle, when they slap you so you turn this one, it will never happen again in this country. It has never even happened on earth.
So let me take you back a little bit. You just listened to the public relations officer from the U.S. Embassy, Sean. And you were saying that wait for official announcements from the National Elections Commission. That doesn't mean that you can announce figures coming out from polling center, but don't go about announcing yourself as winner of the election. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that 150%. That's exactly what the madam said when she was in studio the other day. Don't go and announce yourself as a winner. You can call your points you have, very good. But when you see you're the winner, like in Sierra Leone, the ruling party said they had already won. Opposition said they already won. That brought a serious problem. People died. You can announce what you have from your war rooms or your situation room. Like I heard former Minister Amara Connor saying last night, that's how they call it on the situation room. You can announce those small things you get. It's important. It happened in America where people were talking about what they had here, but don't declare yourself a winner until next say so. And I like the pieces of advice you give this morning to Nick. Please pay those people so that they can go to work. If you have any small money for journalists or whatever, let them be paid. And to the security people, my friend, the U.S. Embassy emphasized that here the other day. Pay the people, spend some money on security. If you think that you will sit there and don't pay these people, and there are no security people at the different centers, and when there's trouble, you think you will go free, you lie. I do not know of any war anywhere in the world, including Liberia, where people who started war were lying down in their beds or sitting in the living room drinking tea. Everybody will suffer. Oh, yes. When somebody starts a fight, my friend, that person does not go to bed. You will feel it. You will fight too. You have to go through that fight throughout. So there's no way for you to think that you can start any war or any problem and be free. You will not be free. We saw it here. During the 14 years of war, we saw government soldiers, police officers taking off their uniforms and hiding them and running away. Because this country became hot. So you're not safe. Even those who think they already have properties abroad and you think you can go to enjoy it, you're not going to do that. Because God has a way. God himself has a way of saying enough is enough. So don't think you're going to have properties out there with huge bank accounts and you can destroy this country and go and live peacefully. It's not going to happen. God will not allow it to happen. You might not even leave the country. And even if you leave, you're not going to find it easy there. So whoever thinks that they can put this country on fire and leave to go somewhere else, it's not going to be possible. God will not allow that to happen. So I remember when Martin Luther King was leading the civil rights movement in America, he himself was always in the forefront. I watched the video many, many times. He did not sit back and send people to go and kill themselves. He himself was leading the entire process, always in front of the people that are leading the march or marches or demonstration or whatever they call it. But here, we allow people to say, go and do it. So please, thank you for the invitation as well.
So before you go, normally people will say, well, America always part into our business. The U.S. government don't tell people how to vote. Yes, most time you hear Liberians say, well, America often taking side with other president and all of that. In diplomacy, this doesn't work.
America has never taken side anywhere in this country in any elections. I remember during the George Weah or Ellen and Ellen time, many people thought the American government was going to side with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf because that's their friend. But they didn't do so. They said there would be history made again in this country. Either a football president we're going to Liberia will have, or the first female president may retain her position. Or, in fact, during the time of the 2005 election, they were saying Liberia is going to make history again to either have a woman president or the first football president. So they don't take side. And when I hear people saying America can meddle in our affairs, I just sit and laugh. And it's just a shame and lack of understanding. How can you be happy when the Americans are spending their taxpayers' money on you for development and other things? You clap, you say it is okay. Oh, everything is fine. Billions of dollars, if not trillions, from the time this country was established or founded, the Americans have spent billions, if not trillions, on this country. You want to receive that. Their taxpayers' money. You misuse your own. But when the people send their money here, you clap, you say it's okay. But when you misuse their money and they talk about it, then you say they are meddling. I think that is total nonsense. You got to stop that. I don't call that meddling. They are concerned because they spend their money here. Millions of dollars, billions of dollars, if not trillions. Then when they try to straighten you off from your crooked deeds, then you say they're meddling. I was very sick the other time. I'm not going to call this person's name. All of you know him. When a particular government official from the legislature called a former American ambassador an opposition. Come on, man. That was very shameless on your part. The man's an opposition man. He's siding with it. In fact, they have just recalled him. Nobody recalled anybody. His time was over.
Okay. Yeah, so Mr. Cody, just hold on. I don't want you to leave. Let me pick a few calls up. I normally don't do it, but if you call in, it's just call for time as we go into election. I think we have Cyprian live this morning. Good morning.
People listening to the Two Breakfast Show.
So, Cyprian, you call him live from Nimba County, and you've been carrying us live. How is Nimba this morning? People listening to us live this morning in Nimba.
Yes, when I call from the comfort of Nimba County District number 7 representative elect, Honorable Musa Hassan Berete. I mean, District number 7.
Oh, District 7. District 7. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Nimba County District number 7 representative elect Musa Hassan Berete has called for calm in the district. His call comes following a riot situation that took place yesterday between the Unity Party and the CDC in the principal street of Saclopier, which led to stone throwing and several people getting injured, and of course some people properties getting damaged. So based on that, the city was tense yesterday up to the evening hours. Some people are vexed about the situation. They were planning vengeance, retaliation. So he got the information. He himself is in the district. And based on that leader who is now the representative-elect is going to be taking over authority once inaugurated or inducted into office. He thought it wise to come on the radio last night and call on all those involved to remain calm. According to him, he went to the hospital where the injured were taken. He was able to see some of them. He spoke to their parents. He spoke to the citizens involved, the mayor of the city of Chacopier. As a matter of fact, yesterday was the closure of campaign activities for the TVC here in Nima County. So they were all out on the street. So the Union Party allegedly came out to disturb their protest, not protest, but the campaign activities, which led to confrontation between the two groups and several people got injured. So he has called for calm. And according to him, today he's going to it has been, with the police trying to get those who are arrested released. But he wants the thing to be settled out of court. He said too many things have happened in this district, related to this election, and it's now time for calm.
So Cyprian, I guess you've been following up. The U.S. government is so concerned about election. You just listen to the public relations officer Sean Boda. Last week we had the Sachet Affairs. They are so concerned about election, no to violence. People should wait for elections commission to announce official results. Yes, let's preach peace a little bit this morning. Nima County, man.
Yes, and that's exactly what we ourselves on the radio here have been saying, calling on people to remain calm. Election will come and go. It's a process that we all have to be a democratic process that we all have to be a part of. And I listened to the election commission chairperson also saying that those who want to go to the elections on tomorrow should go there and vote the leader of their choice. This is about choice. It's not about what O'Neal like or what I like for O'Neal. It's about what O'Neal like for himself. So it's a democratic process. That's why everybody, been saying, talk to traditional people, the leaders of this place, they all been saying, including President-elect, calling on people to remain calm. Violence cannot solve problems. Intimidation, only scare people away from, and they are already afraid that tomorrow there might be no voter turnout. So the incidents of violence and intimidation, and we just can't move away from the polls on tomorrow.
Okay, Cyprian, it's great having you live on Nima County. We'll definitely be in touch, going back to back with you on tomorrow.
Thank you, O'Neal. Thank you so much for the job that you guys are doing, keeping our people informed. And trust me, many, many, many people listen to the True Breakfast Show through our relay network set up here by the Honorable Musa Hassan Birete. I want to say thank you. Campaign activities are closed. Everything is normal now. It's appropriate where I am.
Okay. Thank you so much. The voice of Cyprian Colley. Yes, live this morning. Let's pick a few calls up. Derry Ernest Coty is still with us. Derry hasn't done this for a very long time. Going back to back with telephone calls. Yes, I haven't done this. So if I do it, once I put you on, it's just no about political party is Liberia interest. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get the lines activated. 077 0153265. If you trip off my discussion, I cut you off. Yes. Let's speak Amara for finance. Smoking peace this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to the peace loving people of Liberia. Good morning to the senior man, Robert Coty. We phone in from the densely populated township of Garnasville. We want to seize this opportunity for and on behalf of the peace-loving people of Garnasville to ask each and every registered voter to please make sure get your voting card close to you today. Avoid all forms of political argument as of today on war up to the 13th, and if possible, up to the 15th. As you go to the pool, make sure you go in the queue, obtain your ballot paper when you are urged in, go and vote, and leave from there in peace, and go home and follow the rest of the activity through radio. We only have one Liberia. And those people on the other side, whether side A or B, we are all Liberians. If this place is not peaceful, there will be no government, God forbid. Therefore, whether party A or party B is, there must be a Liberia before you can have inauguration. I want to say thank you all for your civility exercise for the runoff campaign, and let us remember that in everything that we do, our present condition and our children's future matter. Thanks so kindly, and O'Neal, we are grateful to you people for True FM. Keep raising the flag. And let me say to you, ethics implies that do the right thing all of the time, even if nobody is looking at you. But because ethics demand that you must do the right thing, even if it doesn't please your heart. And that right thing is to remain constructively engaged and remain peaceful as you go to the ballot box. Thanks so kindly for the opportunity for the host.
Thank you so much. I'm for final 0770-153-265. Let's see if I can get this other caller on this line. You can call those of you who've been trying to call. Let's pick this caller. Good morning. Well, okay, let's see if I can do this one like this. Okay, morning. Morning, you live. Go ahead. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Liberia is above George Weah. Liberia is above Joseph Boyka. Yes. So we can put the country down. Thank you so much. 0770. I'm hearing myself in the background. I have to move away from your monitor. I'll pick up two more calls and we'll wrap it up with David Ernest Cote. Good morning. Morning. Okay, someone's opening the line. I haven't done this for a very long time. I'm slipping up of the calls. Yes, I haven't done this for a long time. Yes, let's see if I can pick this person on the line. Good morning. Morning. Go ahead, Moses. No, we're picking peace now. No, stop it. You have all the concerns then to raise. You see it? You see, these are some of the things then, David. Yeah, to do the telephone line and thing. Yeah. Y'all have all the time to do so. Anyway, let's pick our very last call on the line. Morning. Morning, go ahead.
Good morning to Marka. I joined the conversation on the foundation book, and there's the voice of Apple in here. Brother O'Neal, I must say a big thank you to the True family and for all of you. Because you use your platform every morning to preach this message of peace. O'Neal, I always remember you say Liberia first, Liberia last, in the list of all countries first. So O'Neal, quickly, I also want to congratulate Liberians because Liberia has been very patient over the years in maintaining the peace of this country. So in as much only over the years that we have been patient and we have been steadfast in maintaining the peace, I want to call on my brothers and sisters as we go to the polls tomorrow. Let us maintain that same patience that we have always had over the years in maintaining the peace of this country.
Thank you.
And lastly, I want to say thanks to you for affording Liberians the opportunity to use your platform this morning to speak a message of peace. Thank you and thanks for having me.
Yes, so
thank you. Let's pick our Reverend
Josh Groupie.
Josh Groupie, yeah.
Yes, as the final caller. Good morning, Reverend.
You want to do this through this? Okay.
Reverend,
hold on. Won't you ask something? Let's see if it will work. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, we give God a praise for having allowed us to see a wonderful day, the day tomorrow, which is election day. We are all in the side of preaching peace to the Liberians. Let's make sure that everything that is done tomorrow to be done peacefully because Nigeria is the only nation that we have. If you have any other nation, put it aside and make sure that you vote peacefully. And after that, you go and stay home, listen to the election commissioner for the result that will come forth. And then the next thing that I want to ask for is, Mr. Kofi is one of the politicians that I really respect him like you because I always get to listen to his show. I just want to understand one thing from him. Oh, yeah, we are seeing a lot of elections that have come and gone. What difference have you seen among those elections as compared to today's day? Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, I think we can do that. Mr. Koti?
Let me first of all say many thanks to all of the callers, especially my good friend and brother Amara Fafana, long time no see. And let me say thanks again to Truth FM. You have done your best in this country, for this country. For you to have invited me last night and said, come and let's talk peace to the people. And when you come in, when you get to Truth FM, please, no politics, nothing. I said, my man, I'm not going to go against your rule. You said to me you wanted some little talk about peace in this country because we are elderly people here. Thank you very much for the invitation. Now, the last caller, the Reverend, is asking for the difference. I think the only difference I see here from all of those other ones up to now is the too much of violence all over. Too much of throwing stones and disturbances. I'm not saying these things didn't happen in the past, but this one is worse. Now, where it's coming from, I don't know. Now, what is this? And like I said from the beginning, if you think you will start a fight and then go drink tea, you lie. It's not going to happen. I have never seen anywhere in the world where people will begin trouble and they will benefit. You will not benefit. And like I always say, stop provoking people to anger because they will retaliate. I don't care what you do. People will retaliate. And guess what? The retaliation can sometimes be disproportionate. Or you got to remember that. Nobody is going to go by that Jesus principle or Bible principle, slapping your hand on the other side. Nobody is turning in the other side. Nothing like your Bible talk. It will not happen. You stone people, they will stone you back. So don't do it. And like I said, the retaliation can always be disproportionate. In other words, it will be bigger than the one you did. You throw rock, they will throw cement block at you. So don't even try it. I'm advising all of you, don't try it. So, Reverend, that's the difference I see here. People are just, I don't know what it's because of the smoking of the kush or what, I don't know. Maybe those who are doing it are called kushins. Because we have seen small hala in the past election. But this one is over plus. Look at what happened in Nimba the other day. People going for their rally somewhere, another group of people carrying guns. For what? Who sent you there? Y'all got to stop, man. Y'all got to stop. Nobody will bring this country down. We're already backward in everything. Oh, yeah, we're backward. This is the 21st century. But Liberia is living in the 15th century. Safe drinking water, zero. School system, zero. I'm not saying happy only this government. Because people who may not understand, I will start writing all kinds of things on Facebook. I don't care about that. I'm not saying that it's only from this government. From time to time, we have seen this country going backward. So I'm not blaming this government for anything. All I'm saying here is that we are so backward and we got to stop pushing this country down further. So nobody should try to make himself or herself a hero here. So those of you who have your plenty of money already in other countries, don't embarrass us. Go and enjoy your money. If God will even allow you to enjoy, go and enjoy. Because I remember a statement from an old American actor, and I like to say it today. When you destroy somebody's life through lies, cheating, or otherwise, take it as a loan. It will come back to you with interest. Oh, yes. I repeat, when you destroy somebody's life through lies, cheating, or corruption, you want to eat everything that your one guy come out in your house. They just swap. Take 90% of the budget and only give the other people 10%. My brother, that money you're taking, take it as a loan. It will come back to you with interest. And I can tell you something. Let me add my own there. This statement was made by Morgan Freeman, a black American leader, actor.
Yeah.
He said it way back.
Yeah, Morgan should be 80 years old now.
Yes. Morgan Freeman. He said, and I quote again, if you destroy somebody's life through lies, let me add there, through lies or cheating or corruption, take it as a loan, my friend. That loan will come back to you. And when it comes back to you, it's coming back with interest. Oh, yeah, and let me add my own there. You will pay not double, not triple, but quadruple. Oh, yeah, you will pay 4 times, many times. Let me end by saying this. The 3 major problems we have in this country, it's been a long time, not only this government, it's been around ever since. I'm 70 years old now, and I've been around for a little while, and I have been in Liberia all my life. The only time I ever left this place was when I went to Ghana for this peace talk, and I stayed for 3 months. Even in the United States, I was there just for 1 week. I don't like other people's places. I like here, so I've been here. So what I have seen here to be the major problem, since I have known myself, 3 major problems in this country. The 3 things that are pushing this country down are greed, arrogance, and friskiness. Let me explain that. Greed. When you are too greedy over plus, that's what most of our leaders have been in this country from time to time. You're too greedy over plus, then you want to eat the elephant, you eat a roach, you eat a chicken, you eat a ground squirrel. Nobody must eat, only you and your family. That's greed. You are over plus greedy. Stop. It's pushing this country down. The next one is arrogance. Oh, some of you are too much for yourself. You're too much for yourself. The little book you know, the little property you have, you think you're God now. You're too much for yourself. Arrogance, foolish pride. That is what they call arrogance, foolish pride. Who are you? You who? You were nobody yesterday. Today you got a little job. You're so arrogant. Stop. The next thing that's getting this country is friskiness. Let me explain that. Friskiness is when you take a government job, instead of doing things that will make people love and respect you, you want people to fear you. Oh, my brother or my sister, everybody will not be afraid of you. I will not be afraid of you. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be afraid of you. I'm paying you every month. I'm paying you. The job you have, I get your look, I'm your employer. You got a government job. Instead of doing things that would make us pleased to love you, you want us to fear you. Oh no, that is total friskiness. You got to stop. I don't respect frisky people. I love people who respect themselves. So those are the 3 major problems we have here. Greed. Some people eating too much more than everybody else. Number 2, arrogance. When you're too much for yourself. Too much for yourself. You have to eat before you live. You're not extra. You go to the bathroom every morning before you can feel good. You're not extra. You're just a human being like anybody else. Why are you so arrogant?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're not talking politics here today. We're just talking general thing here.
You want to pray before you go? Yeah, your prayer should, don't attack. Yeah, don't do the Pentecostal style of prayer. Yeah. No. Yeah, pray. Yeah, pray.
My Father, my God, thank you for Liberia. I want to thank you for our partners, especially the United States. They have spent billions of dollars on this country. Billions, if not trillions. And they are still concerned about us. Father, bless America. My Father, my God, tomorrow, the 14th, we're going to elections. Please guide the process. Talk to those people who are going to vote tomorrow, not to disturb the elections. They may throw this country back another 100 years. And those who are sitting there telling people, go because of $20, $30, tell them to stop. They will not go free. Oh, yeah. We know people who got properties. In fact, not too long ago, Father, we saw in Turkey, earthquake brought down many buildings. Maybe some of those buildings are not too correct. We don't know. But anyway, don't think the thing you're taking from the people today, you will just go somewhere and enjoy it. Father, let them know that they will not enjoy that money. They got to stop. They got to stop. And to those of you who are a neck, you have been doing your best Please continue to do the right thing. John Brown wins. John Brown wins. If Peter wins, he wins. Let me lead John Brown and Peter and go directly, Father, to the two key people. If George Weah wins, George Weah wins. Next, give it to him. If Bwaka wins, Bwaka wins. Don't change the result. It will bring trouble to this country. Oh, yes. We don't want any trouble. We are still advising people, like the U.S. ambassador advised the other day. If you feel cheated, go to court. Don't go to war. Father, talk to them. Talk to George Weah. Talk to Omer Bwakai. To talk to their people. We don't want any more trouble in this country. Our young people are dying. They're suffering. They want to live better lives. So, Father, my God, talk to these two people to talk to their people. Anybody feel cheated, go to court. Don't go in the streets. It will not end one day. You know how the crewmen can fight. Crewmen fight on that one day. You humble crewmen today, my friend. Anytime you walk in the street, be looking behind you. He will jump on you. So, this thing is not one day business. If anything starts here today, it will not be a one-day business. When Charles Taylor was coming, some of us were saying, let the rebels come. We won't see them. Let the rebels come. When they came here, we started praying for them to go. So now the crewmen looking, they only fight can end one day. Oh, Father.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, my man.
Amen.
Thank you, Father.
Amen. You got to keep the inauguration prayer.
Yeah, the inauguration.
The inauguration, you will make sure you pray.
Oh, no, inauguration, whoever we are, will pray that day. Oh, you want me to pray for the inauguration? Pardon?
Yeah, don't just do one line for the inauguration prayer. We got to go rich man and sit out there.
Father, we thank you very much for this great election that has just passed. And we thank you for the winner who has won. Let him do exactly what he promised. I can't say him or her because we only got two men in the race now. Father, this man who has won the election, let him remember that this country is not his private farm, not his private property, where we must bow down and wipe his shoes. No. That's not his private property. That's Liberia. And there must be equal distribution of the wealth of this country. We all must benefit. I got 7 commodes in my house. I got to use them too.
Amen.
House? Don't let me.
Amen. Okay, man. Yes, this is the TBS. David Ernest Kuti, man. Yeah. Yes, we'll announce quickly at 11 o'clock. Orange Liberia will be here to talk about the Lone Star versus Malawi game, Lone Star versus Equatorial game, set for this weekend and next Monday. So, first get tuned in at 11 o'clock to Truth FM. We'll have the team from Orange Liberia to do a build up to Liberia versus Malawi and that of Equatorial Guinea. So, right here, the fastest moving network, Orange, is proud to be associated with the TBS. Let's get a brief. I will come back. We bring on Professor Richmond Anderson of District Number 12. My name is O'Neal Marka right here this morning.
Maybe our love is forever. From now till the end of
I don't have your number. That's why I never called to extend my sympathy. But anyway, this morning I'm here, have my profound sympathy.
Okay, thank you.
If I want to get your number so that we can be in contact.
Okay, okay, we'll do that. How are you this morning, Chief?
I feel good. I'm okay.
Okay, so yes, the electoral process, the first round of voting went on, and after the pronouncement of results, what was the immediate reaction?
Well, on the 16th, I wrote the commissioner, gave him my observation, what went in the district, how some people manipulated the results for in the interest of somebody, and I've laid my complaint, filed my complaint to the commissioner, and it was sent to the magistrate in Bensenville, Upper Bensenville. We went there for the hearing, and we never had a hearing. They sent us.
So before we get the details of the hearing, what were those counts contained in your complaint?
Well, most of my poll watchers were denied complaint forms to register their observation from the counting, the electoral process. And you had somebody who was working for a candidate directly and served as a polling officer. And what they did, they manipulated, recruited most of their people to recommend to NEC. They did not know about that, have them deployed in all of the 22 precincts, and they manipulated the results. So those were some of the counts, and we had photos to that, to that effect. They were all sent to the place. So Father complained because they denied my poll watchers the complaint form to register their observation on that form. So we had to write NEC.
Well, okay. So what was the numbers out of the vote cast in the district? Do you want to say in terms of number per candidate? Were you in the first three?
I was in the first three, first four, whatever, because everything was just manipulated. Can you imagine? Somebody getting 46, they put in one for that four to make it 146.
What have been the outcome from the magistrate? What was the ruling?
Well, Marka, let me be frank with you. There was no ruling. We never had a hearing. Okay, when the complaint was filed, we went to Bento. The magistrate told, well, if I'm not even the magistrate, the hearing officer, one Anthony Blamo, all right, he told us to go meet on Monday. On Saturday, we went there. The chairman of the party, myself, went, along with the Anthony at law, went there, sat down for 3.5 hours without even seeing him. The chairman has a call to let him know that we're at Bensenville, Bento. They feel, oh, I'm not well, I'm sick. In fact, I'm not sure if coming to work on Monday. I will get to you on Tuesday. He never got to us on Tuesday. Wednesday, the chairman went to follow up. He rescheduled hearing for Saturday. We went there on Saturday. He was not there. He kept pushing us back and forth until I got a counselor. Okay? We went there. The day counselor went, his counselor was there. And the counselor told him that, well, we can't go into the hearing today because I've just gotten this case. So let's push it to Monday. When on Monday, his counselor went for throwing the case out. My counselor said, no, you cannot throw the case out because under the law, my client must be heard. If there's no merit in the case, we can rubbish it. But you cannot say no hearing. So he rescheduled the case for on Thursday. When on Thursday, again, he said for Monday. Well, on Monday, he was nowhere around. And he rescheduled the case for 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Then my helping counselor, the co-lawyer to my counselor, was informed about the hearing 1 o'clock when he, Anthony Blamo, the hearing officer, informed my chairman about the hearing for 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning. When we got there at about 10:30 on Wednesday, here is a whole ruling in his hand. In fact, I'm going to get your copy, and the ruling, the case is over. I said, no exception. Was my counsel not here? He said, no, he was not here. I said, no, but I will go further. I called my counsel and forward on the case, Prince Crippler, okay? Prince Crippler came, he went the same thing he did. He signed for a ruling. My counselor came, signed for a ruling, and Luckily, a bill of exception was filed. He has gone to bury his mother. Maybe he's back in time today, but the bill of exception was filed within the required time. So he would receive it and send it forward to the Board of Commissioners. You see, I think, Marka, Liberia, we got good people. I respect the Board of Commissioners. The chairleader of that commissioner, who are in the media stream, media, all right? Very respectable woman. I had a professor there who is part of the Board of Commissioners, Professor P. Blood Sire. Those are respectable people. But he has some bad apple working for the people. You see that? What that guy did was completely out of order. Without hearing, he made a decision to manipulate the whole thing. So I've just come to talk to tell people all is not lost. Let me say thank you very much. I've not come to you people to say thank you because I'm still running after your happiness. They rob you broad day.
What are your expectations out of this case?
My expectation, either go for a recount or rerunning because it was too glaring. You can't do that. The happiness of the people will not be stolen by a hustler. You can't do that. If he knew that he had no or he had a right, he should have, criminally concocted what he did to give a ruling without hearing.
Why was the hearing or the ruling dragged for so long? Reschedule after reschedule. Why?
He was finding means. The magistrate, the hearing officer was finding means to come up with that chronic decision. Because if he had been very fair, work in the interest of the commission, he would have called for the hearing, but he never conducted hearing. You see, I respect the Board of Commissioners. They are good people. But that hearing officer, I don't know how he got his law degree. I don't know how he got.
Did you say in your complaint that you won the election, it was manipulated, and you were demanding either a recount or rerun? Is that what was continued?
Imagine even the place where I reside, I came first with 749 votes. It was never announced by NEC when they were giving the preliminary results. I came second to other polling center. It was not announced. So the people will not be robbed. If he get it fairly, I have no problem with it. I'm not a hustler. I'm a professional man, okay? But my people must not be robbed.
Have you been given schedule for hearing at next since you filed the bit of information?
He had scheduled for almost 2 different times, and he never called a hearing. Because when my counselor appeared, he pleaded for an extension, a postponement for the hearing because he had just gotten the case file. So when his counselor decided to throw the case out, my counselor said, no, you can't throw the case out. That's going to the argument. We have not even seen the evidence to authenticate the claim of my client. Let's go into the claim. If it's not authentic, we can throw it out, but not to throw it out without hearing. And we have all the evidence, documentation. A case file was submitted to my counselor. He did not even present that case file.
You think there was that much importance attached to your complaint?
More than important, because how can you be working for a candidate as a program officer or manager that is saying that working for NEC as a presiding officer? Does that jive? No. That's complete stealing. That's stealing. You can't be what you're not. It is against the law. You can't be working for NEC as not working for a candidate.
So what conclusion are you seeking from this matter?
The conclusion is my counselor has done or presented a bill of exception. It's going to be heard and by the Board of Commissioners. If nothing happens, we're going to get to the Supreme Court. Non-violence.
You're determined to get to the Supreme Court with this matter?
Of course. The right must be done. You can't go and steal from the people and rob them broad daylight. You can't do that. The magistrate, in fact, not the magistrate, the hearing officer, he called himself a counselor. I went there kind of, your lawyer now. Yeah, that's what you told us when you told me you're going to have the hearing 10 o'clock in the morning. They told my counselor 1 o'clock. Is that not a deception of the highest degree? You can't do that. Guys don't bad people in this place. If I can repeat, quote the former U.S. ambassador or information officer, USIS, he said there are good people in Liberia than bad people. There are more good people than bad people. So Liberia must win. You can't do this to discrimination. We have good people, but the cronies will not just give chance for good people to triumph.
So with this legal issue lingering over the election in District 12, what reactions there amongst the people? Are they celebrating whoever won? Are they saying they are waiting for a court ruling in the matter?
Why they currently after they got a purported ruling, he went in the district and started to try the case out and wrap it like a paper and should have been putting the train the price being. Is that a good leader? Is that a son of a good leader? You can't do that. You can't be a coolie. We have served this nation in all capacities. I have my own university. In fact, let me say thank you to Truth FM for the coverage you're providing on Thursday when the associate degree people were coming out. It was a live coverage on your platform. Let me say thank you. So we're contributing in all facets of Liberia. It's not about me. I can stay home for the next 20 years and eat every day without going for a dime to anybody. I prepare myself for 24 years. I'm a professor, not just a professor, but more because everybody that teaching people call them professor. I am a professor, assistant professor of Liberia, an author whose book took the 11th place globally when they did the content evaluation among millions of books. We bring pride to Liberia. Not stealing. You can do that to the district.
In the midst of this, what are you telling your people in the district?
Well, this is why I've come here today to let them know that they remain calm. Peace is all we need. Liberia first, Liberia second, Liberia third, and Liberia last. So we need no violence. This is why I'm not being too agitative. I'm doing it very diplomatically. I'm a diplomat by profession. I got my former master in international relations and diplomacy. So I will now take the violent route. I will do it diplomatically until justice is dispensed.
Okay. We are going to the run-up on tomorrow. This similar issue that is coming out of District 12, there is similar case hanging at District 2 in Montserrat as well as District 2 in Maryland County.
The same hearing officer.
So what do you want to say to the commission?
Well, the commission, I have already sent, my counsel has sent the bill of exception. Maybe they'll receive it right after election because tomorrow is a busy day. Because the hearing officer went to bury his mother and the document was filed in last week. So I'm sure he came, when he comes, he'll be able to receive it because he had to receive it and send it forward to the Board of Commissioners. So whatever it is, I must commend the Board of Commissioners for good work done, even though there got some bad apples there, So we will remain resolute in making sure that we maintain the peace and keep my people very calm. I've not been talking to them of late because I don't want them to get agitated. And we have people spend their time, their resources for the development agenda of the district, and somebody just come from nowhere to hijack the people's happiness. That's bad. But however, they remain calm until can get.
So this issue could likely discourage some of your supporters from participating in the run-up tomorrow to say, well, there were issue of or accusation of fraud in our district, so most likely it could spill over to the run-up. What message do you have for your supporters who will be having such thoughts?
Well, to be frank, they've been calling me. Somebody have been calling me. I told them to remain calm and just go ahead and vote their choice, person of their choice, because I'm a party discipline. My party, Lanu, decided to support anybody because of the cronyism that has permeated Liberia. So we just vote.
Did you approve that decision?
Well, I was a candidate. It was discussed by the executive committee. And so whatever they decided, I will vote my choice tomorrow. and my people will vote their choice.
Let's talk about the conduct of the people as they go to the polls tomorrow. Some partners, including some media institutions in Liberia, have hailed Liberians for the way they conducted themselves on the first round of vote. What do you expect tomorrow?
Well, I expect similar thing to happen because, I'm a silent listener to your program. I usually or go along with you people saying, oh, people, truck people from district to district, from county to county, and now who will go back for those people will be difficult. And I like the call you people are making to the leaders, the standard bearer, the party leaders, to at least get to the the representative, the candidates who contest an election, because maybe they know their people. And I feel that tomorrow is just going to be a calm, easy day for us to go to the pool and remain. We will not mind all the propaganda, war propaganda, fighting. No, I don't think anybody is going to fight it. We have gone too much, we have had too much of it. For 40 years, there was a carnage in Liberia. Some of all features were coming for curtail, we just try to build on it. By now, I got my PhD ever since 20 years ago. But it's just now that I'm doing my PhD. So that is a setback for me. I'm not having age in my favor to be doing PhD, but again, I want to do it to leave the record, to make the record straight and contribute more to nation building.
That is important.
Yeah.
So we have the joint security. We also have the election workers. They, especially the staff of NEC temporary and the management team, have the burden of delivering a credible elections. What message do you have for them? Also, the U.S. government has been calling on the government to ensure that the full budget for the Joint Security Task Force is made available. They believe it is cardinal to ensuring a peaceful election.
I'm going to talk that today while on my way here from the USIS director. I monitor that. That's a good step, even though most people don't understand. It's not everybody that go to school, is educated, who are functional literate. You can even have your PhD, you're not educated. Because I monitor somebody saying U.S. government taking side in Liberia's electoral process. That's been very naive to a lowest ebb of intelligentsia. That is not correct. I mean, these are our old ally, the oldest. I mean, no matter our bitterness, our political differences, we should not malign the people, have them included in our political operatives. But I must commend them. I must commend the EU, the AU, the ECOWAS, the Man River Union, I mean, all stakeholders. I must commend the Board of Commissioners because they have intelligent people there. They are intelligent. With all the pressure, with all the rigmarole, they remain committed, focused to do the work. And I just want to say thank you. And I must also commend Truth FM. I'm sure some of my effort is not going in vain to have taught O'Neal. I mean, he's really representing me. I commend him silently. I said, boy, I keep it up. And you all are doing well because about the issue about journalism, just the truth is nothing but the truth. Don't be biased. When A says this, go to B and authenticate the news and make the fact and give it to the people. Leave it with the public to decide what is correct. Don't put yourself like I'm one of some press guys. I got sick about that. I mean, you say you're better in the we, man, for little or nothing. You forget your profession. That's not correct. So I must commend your entity. Really, you're doing well. And
yes, even though you have started talking about the media already, considering that most of the time after voting, NEC will be bringing the preliminary results, provisionally day by day. At some point in time, you see media institutions also announcing some results and all of that. What role do you expect of the media during and after the election?
To be frank, the media is a humble profession. And being part of it, who have trained so many of them, but my only disappointment or happiness is that none of those who pass through my tutorage are involved in such things. No, none of them have ever done this. because I tell them in the classroom, I join the classroom, and they are going by it. So the media should remain neutral and just be objective. Be objective. That's your feature. People will respect you for who you are. I practiced this country for years. Nobody ever, my character will say, oh, my man, you took side. No. I couldn't have gone to school there and come and do the rubbish reporting. No way. My obligation is to my society and country, because whatever you do, if you don't do it the right way, it will not be good for this nation. So I would just appeal to them. Let not be the one to another result. And they are just interpreters. The media, they are interpreters, not authorities. So remain as interpreter. Whatever net gives is what you should interpret, so that people will not be agitated and get into a face fight. That will come here. I listened to your reporter from Nimba. They had a riot there yesterday while they were launching their closing their campaign. That's not correct. Why must we fight? Why should we fight? Why? What? For politics? Those who've been, you even know they've been meeting in the night to discuss among themselves. Then you just support a journalist, media that you taking side. No, it's not correct.
Well, a lot of people in experts believe that the peace of the nation to sustain Liberia's democracy currently in the state that we are depends on the two candidates going for the runoff elections. What do you expect of them? How do you expect them to conduct themselves in leading their supporters to the runoff?
Well, I'll tell you what. If they have not been doing it, I'm sure they have been doing that, because you got only today, tomorrow's election. Mm-hmm. So if they have not talked to their supporters to remain calm and peaceful, then it just be unfortunate. But I know they are all peaceful people. Ambassador Weah is a peaceful man. Ambassador Marka, he's a peaceful man. I don't think they will be involved in such a situation that will bring this nation to war. No, I don't think that is what they are on the agenda. They are just fighting to become leaders. Who leads is for Liberia. Who all work with them. Who all contribute a quota. So I just want to appeal to all supporters, please, the best you can do for yourself is make your life work for yourself. Tomorrow it can be a liability. They will use you and dump you. Do something that you live on tomorrow. Learn something. Be a farmer. Be a student. Be a professional. Don't mind the leaders. They have their own agenda. Be yourself. Think about Liberia. 5, 10 years from now. How will you be? Who will you be? What you be engaged in? Those are things that you be thinking about. You see, if to be frank, Marka, if people are not come to me into the trial to say, Papi, come back and run, I'm never going to run. Seriously. But because they saw what I did, and they want me to do more for them, that's why they came. But Marka, to be frank with you, I'm done with this. Let me just see the end result of this so-called magistrate action that he did. I'll put in the radar. Let people see it. Let's see his nakedness.
So, will you still have interest in mainstream politics if, for example, you have a legal conclusion to this issue and unfortunately the numbers are not in your favor?
Well, I'll tell you what. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross the border. To be frank with you, I think the little time I spent about 6 months from December last year to October this year, those months were very hectic. Spend my time, my energy. I even forgot about my book because I'm on my second book. I put it in the parking lot. It's now that I've gone back to it. It's all the times were wasted, but again, it was worth it because of the people. But whatever it is, I just want to see justice. When that is over, I'm done with that.
Okay, speak to your people just for 2-3 minutes as we close.
Thank you so much, Marka. My people of the Australia, hello, my people. I beg you, don't get very with anybody. The district is for you. Okay. What happened? You have not seen me because I wanted to talk to your friend. to let you know that it is they put in the district, it will not leave on us. You will get justice. If they win it fairly, so be it. But they can come in the night to be doing things not in your favor. The district has gone backward for 6 years. Another 6 years coming again to go backward. If they win it fair, I have problem with it. But I will not leave you in the wilderness. I'm fighting it. Anything that happens, you will know. If the right thing happens, you will know. So when I feel bad, you'll say, oh, the paper, because win. Nobody win the district here. Nobody. The more lad you're going from hall to hall, tell you, thank you for winning. That's stealing the post store your vote. How you get or somebody working in your office as your campaign manager, then you go hire with neck as presiding officer to have control over the figures. And what they did, let me tell you today, they put themselves to neck. Nobody knew.
Sorry to ask, but when did you realize that?
It's through my pool watchers and photos. I got photos. I got photos. The man and the man working in the office together. I present all the photos to my counselor. It is deep. They just think to be on the surface. They come and croak me. They lie. Then the sharing man can go count about they not call your mother. No counsel go there. They go to a mother. You running by your belly. The money they give you can't sign for it. You want me to come work for me? I can't tell you to be a counselor. I do give you money every month. Sorry, man. I don't want to go to.
Okay. Thank you, bro, for coming. It was great that you came, Professor Richmond Anderson, one of the candidates in District Number 12, Maserati County, there with that issue. Well, this is all the time we got to be with you this morning. We'll be here tomorrow on Election Day to bring you the Tuesday edition of the TBS. My name is Marka Davis. O'Neal Roberts, Arthur Botha has been behind the camera carrying us live. To have yourself a wonderful, wonderful Monday morning.